straight in the middle.
Well, what a match it's turning out to be. The pressure to a certain extent here is on Van der Voort.
60.
Only 60 with his first 3 darts. This would be the perfect time for Alan Tabern to break the throw.
140.
Well, that's a great reply. Van der Voort only hitting 320s and Tabern returning 140. Now the pressure's on. He needs another one of them.
140.
Well, Alan Tabern hasn't been in front during the entire match. Vincent van der Voort has led from the front. A level game
60.
is the best that Tabern's come up with. Only 60 in reply. 8 apiece, 301 each.
97.
Good recovery. Pins it with his last dart. The Tabern, he's got to hit another 140. Force some errors into Vincent van der Voort. Pitch it over the top.
100.
He just, that third dart, when he has to pitch it over the top of 2, you can see him just dip afterwards. Perfect first dart, that is, though.
Well, that was a great effort from Van der Voort. 180, of course, would have left 24. Oh, Tabern.
105.
He'd settled for that 96. He's taken that out already in this match. Big pressure on Van der Voort. 16 would leave tops for the Dutchman. Oh,
24.
so close. Now then, Tabern, who's already hit 96 in the 10th leg of this match, to go ahead at the perfect time for the first time in this game.
Double 18, and what a time to break. Double 9, don't rush it.
87.
What a chance he has just missed. You can see him wiping his brow. He's thinking, how did I miss that? Perhaps he followed that double up a bit too quick, rushed it a little bit.
Oh, big pressure now.
20.
Van der Voort has blown it. 4 chances. Now then.
The hardest thing to hit here, Stu, is this big one. I can assure you of that. This is where you've got to really concentrate. Don't blow your chance. Take your time, deep breaths. Big one. And now the big double 4. Perfect, brilliant. I like the way he took his time, Stu. You see so many players rush that big number. Alan Tabern didn't. He goes in front for the first time, and now he's throwing for the match.
The perfect time to go ahead for the first time in the match. The penultimate leg. And here you are, darts in hand, throwing for a place in the second round of the World Matchplay for the very first time.
94.
It would be for Tabern. What has Van der Voort got left? He led 6-2 at one stage, Vincent van der Voort. It could easily have been 7 or 8-2 up as well.
100.
Important treble with the last dart. Great drama here at the Winter Gardens.
Yeah, the trouble is Van der Voort's going to need 2 trebles where Tabern only needs 1. Tabern's gone and hit 2. That is big pressure on Van der Voort. Realistically, he's got to slam a 180 in to really get into this last leg.
Well, early in this match, the Saint was a sinner. I wonder if Alan Tabern's halo will be shining bright very soon.
Well, what a great last leg this is from Tabern. You want 1 leg, you got the throw, and you want 1-2-9 after 9 darts.
125.
Well, he's going to get 6 darts from 129. Don't mess up, don't miss big numbers, and just hit 1 treble with one of these 3 darts.
Ah, brilliant. Middle of the board, middle of the ball to leave himself tops for a place in the second round. Van der Voort desperate for a treble.
100.
He's got it, but it may be too little too late. Tabern 6-2 down, throwing for a place in the second round. Brilliant from Alan Tabern. Vincent van der Voort will be wondering how he lost that match, but Alan Tabern has come from behind to book his ticket in the second round of the World Matchplay for the very first time, and a clash against the world champion John Part.
Well, we're getting used to seeing you perform on the big stage, Alan. Congratulations.
Well, yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, yeah.
Tell us about, I mean, you timed that run to perfection. 6-2 down, you must have been thinking, what on earth is going on?
Well, I've watched a few of the games up until now, and I've seen that when somebody looks favourite for the match, it doesn't necessarily pan out that way. It changes, the game changes. So I thought to myself, if I can just keep plugging away, and I lost a few. 6-2 wasn't a fair reflection of the match, I believed, because I missed a few doubles at the wrong time, and Vincent, because he's a class player, took advantage. So it wasn't a fair reflection. So I thought, well, it'll even itself out by the end of the game. So keep plugging away, don't give up.
You've got new darts now. That must be a real change for you, because you've had the other ones for ages, haven't you?
Well, I've had my original darts for 20 odd years, even though I've only been playing with them for about 4 years, because I packed in for about 10 years, and started playing again when my wife and my brothers told me to start playing again. And luckily enough, Red Dragon come along and said, you know, we'd like to do a set of your darts, and people would be interested in buying them. Would you be interested in using a set of darts that we could manufacture? So I designed them myself. They're literally exactly like my darts. There's a few little things different about them, and I like them. So I thought, well, use them, because you're going to end up using them anyway. You may as well just, you know, jump in the frying pan, you know.
That's a gamble, though, and there's 60 grand first prize up for grabs to start messing around with your darts, isn't it?
Well, it is a gamble, but I mean, luckily enough, I can go home tonight and think I've got a good head. Because it's only a gamble if you've got a bad head, because what happens then is you start thinking, oh, my darts are no good, and you start thinking the world's against you and people are going to beat you up. But luckily enough, because Vincent's no mug, he's one of the best players on the circuit, without a doubt. And it shows with the betting. I mean, I've done nothing wrong this season. My last 2 TV events have been quarterfinals. So to put me even money with Vincent proves how good he is, basically. So if I can beat Vincent with some new darts I've never used before, it means I'm a decent player. So it spurs me on for good things.
And decent players get supporters. This lot turned up to see you today. They are the Tash fan club.
That's my nephew, Stevie. yeah, I recognise them. Yeah. But I blame this Tash thing solely on you.
Well, it's all right, yeah.
Nobody else but you. Yeah.
But it is your trademark now. Maybe these new darts you've got, you could have a stick on Tash that you give away with them. That could be the...
Well, it'd be nice if it could earn me some money so I can pack my job in and go full time.
Are you thinking about doing that? Because there is some serious money.
It would be nice, yeah. I mean, look, I've got to think of my mortgage, my family, my shopping. And darts money only pays for you to play darts, basically. So to make a living of it, you've got to step up a level. You know, I'm starting to do that. I'm starting to perform on stage. I'm doing it on the floor. All the players know I'm doing it on the floor, but to do it on stage is completely different. So I'd love to do it full time, but it's fingers crossed time. It's fingers crossed time.
Well, best of luck. John Part up next, so we wish you well with that. About 2:30
that's
on
going to be a
Wednesday,
tough day, yeah.